Delhi Chief Minister is concerned, this is with regards to Arvind Kejriwal's plea challenging his arrest. The court has reserved its order, is the latest that we are learning at the moment. Remember, we were telling you that the Enforcement Directorate had been countering that plea that is challenging Arvind Kejriwal's arrest. For more details, let's quickly go across to Ananya. Ananya, share the details with us.
Well, definitely, the Delhi High Court heard the matter at length, and Additional Solicitor General Mr. S.V. Raju, gave out his reply with regards to the submissions that were made by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, very clearly and categorically pointing out that, not only individually, but Arvind Kejriwal is liable, as per the vicarious liability also is attached to him. In fact, this is a scam that has been going on, hundreds of crores of rupees is something that has come out of this particular scam. There is a large number of, in fact, people who have been denied bail in this particular case, and it cannot be said that there is no kind of offense, that is not attached, in fact, in this particular case. So very, very clearly and categorically, the Enforcement Directorate gave a befitting reply to the submissions that were made by, in fact, Mr. Singhvi appearing for Mr. Kejriwal in this particular matter. But what is very, very important to note is that, in fact, the Enforcement Directorate went on, in fact.
All right, we'll try and reconnect with Ananya meanwhile, but this is the latest we are bringing to you. As Ananya was just sharing, the Enforcement Directorate has come down very heavily on Arvind Kejriwal's entire case. They have countered his plea challenging the arrest by saying that he is responsible for vicarious liability as far as the proceeds of crime are concerned. He is the kingpin because all those proceeds of crime which have been so far traced down through all the investigations have gone to Arvind Kejriwal and have been used in the Goa election. This is the latest that we are learning as of now, but parallel developments happening at the moment. We are learning that the court has reserved its order for Delhi Chief Minister. He is right now to remain in custody. Remember, it was just days ago that the court had ordered custody till much ahead in April. As of now, we are also learning that Sanjay Singh may be stepping out in a couple of hours from now, but the court, as far as the latest we are learning, has reserved Arvind Kejriwal's order. Ananya is back with us. Ananya, please go ahead and share the details.
Well, definitely, the Enforcement Directorate, constantly argued that, the argument that was being made by Mr. Kejriwal's side that, there was no money that was recovered from my house is something that cannot be accepted, because if at all the money, that was received as kickback was used in the Goa election, then how can the cash be found at Mr. Kejriwal's residence? This is a baseless argument, is what Mr. S.V. Raju pointed out to say. Not only this, they also went on to say that the Aam Aadmi Party has to go behind the bar if he commits a crime. But a very, very poignant statement came up from Mr. S.V. Raju, and he said that, Aam Aadmi has to go behind the bars if he commits a crime, but you say that you cannot go behind the bars since you are the same, is something, hitting out, there were fiery arguments taking place between Mr. Singhvi and Mr. S.V. Raju, and this is what a response to, in fact, the argument that was made by Kejriwal's side that, this is the political treason and that's the reason why he's been arrested. Countering that argument, Mr. S.V. Raju very clearly pointed out that, the law is same for everybody, whether it's the CM or a common man, and that's exactly why, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal cannot claim this benefit that he's the CM, and that's the reason why he will not be arrested. In fact, it also went on to say that the election is just a bogey to divert the attention of the court from the main issue, that is, this whole scam that runs into hundreds of crores, is what Mr. Raju actually went on to point out. In fact, he also went out to say that, the increased profit of 7%, that is from 5 to 12%, was being used as kickback. He also went into the details of the Hawala transactions that they have, and a very, very clear-cut argument that was being made by, in fact, Arvind Kejriwal's side was that, there were not many statements when it comes to against Mr. Kejriwal, and old statements are being used. But countering that submission, Mr. S.V. Raju, appearing for the Enforcement Directorate, clearly pointed out to the court that, the latest statement against Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is of March 8, 2024. That is for our candidate from Goa who has accepted that there is, somewhere or the other money laundering that has taken place, and a payment was done in cash in order to fund the campaign of Goa, and in fact he was given money via cash, and these cash was not accounted
Right.
for in the books
Right.
of the Aam Aadmi Party, is what has been stated.
Ananya, I want to
See the
refer to
argument-
the argument that was being put forth by Abhishek Manu Singhvi. There's in fact a point that he's made that saying that my friend has referred to Manish Sisodia. There's nothing about me or Mahadev Liquor. There's a finding at para 12 about the same 100 crore rupees, which is a matter of debate. Why is he calling it a matter of debate?
Well, no, Mr. Singhvi was referring to the judgment of the Supreme Court in the
Yes.
Manish Sisodia case. But at one point where the Supreme Court calls it to be a matter of debate, in the other half of that particular judgment, it goes on to say that tentative money trail of over 300 crores is something that is tentatively established. And not only this, the major argument that the enforcement directorate went on to say was that this is not the stage of trial, this is the stage of investigation, and that's exactly why many things would change as soon as the trial would come in. And in fact, not even a charge sheet has been filed against Mr. Arvind Kejriwal as of now. So some arguments cannot be taken to their face value, is what in fact the enforcement directorate defended itself with when this point was raised. A very, very poignant point that was also raised by Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi was that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, the timing of the arrest was something that Mr. Singhvi was actually pointing out to, that the timing of this particular arrest was right before the election, and this election season is something that was a necessity to arrest Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, is what Mr. Singhvi, appearing for the Delhi CM, said. But countering those submissions, the enforcement directorate very clearly said that this is just an argument to divert the attention of the court from, in fact, the main issue of this scam, which runs into hundreds of crores of rupees.